throughout our life. I mean, I can't even imagine how long those OxyClean commercials have been playing. But Sully is going to be joining us from MontKush. He's going to share his story in regards to how it all got started. We're going to be showcasing CBD product, which is natural, organic. A lot of times when it comes to CBD, you have all these different outlets, excuse me, in all these different places that, have information on CBD, and we don't necessarily know where to start. I know throughout, I'd say about 5 to 10 years here at Shop LC, we've been doing quite a bit of research on the CBD products. We've featured and showcased a couple guests here and there after we've tested some of the products. And MontKush is actually some of the best in the market, hands down. When we think about natural organic products, when we think about, potency, I'm going to have Sully share all that information. Just so you know, we have several products that I think a lot of you are going to want to take advantage of. We're going to be featuring some of the rosin mint oil. They're in tinctures. So the tinctures, what I love about tinctures is that it pretty much controls the amount that you're going to take. He's going to share with us how much we should be taking for different things. We have a limited edition peppermint MontKush CBD oil, which is full spectrum. We're going to be featuring the body dose, 600 milligrams CBD. Tell me, talk to me.
Everything's good.
Okay. He's going to be joining us here any minute. And then, I also have the True Sleep formula, which I'm very excited about. I don't know about you, but in the last, I would say, 5 years, I've had a hard time sleeping, not just falling asleep, but actually staying asleep. Those of you that are joining us through this live stream today on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, if you want to share this out to friends and family members that you've had conversations with in regards to, not just falling asleep, but actually staying asleep. I mean, if you're watching right now and maybe you wake up every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, if that's you, you definitely want to tune in to this live stream because, again, we're going to be featuring. And if you have a chance, I would do some research on MontKush because this is some of the best stuff in the market today. You definitely want to take advantage of this. And we're going to have different forms of the CBD in the actual serums. We have body doses. This stuff right here, though, I'm so excited about this.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
I cannot wait to try. I was given some of the tincture stuff, which I love because, underneath the tongue or on the tongue, typically that goes right, into the body and starts working. But I also love things that you can take overnight. Okay.
Right.
So I'm going to say that all of it works, but we're going to have Sully share with us why it works, how it works, when you should take it, all that good stuff. Just to kind of give you a heads up, we're going to kick it off with two tinctures. They're going to be 1,000 milligram CBDs. Hey,
What's up, Jessica? How are you?
how are you? Thank you
I'm
so much
good.
for getting you set up.
Hey,
We're
while we're
getting
getting,
set up here.
let's do some housekeeping.
Yeah,
How
let's
do
do
we
it.
shop today?
Yeah, so if you're interested in shopping with us, keep in mind we're going to be doing the same old shop 1 through shop 8. So when I introduce Sully here in just a moment, anything that you're interested in the comments section, you're going to put the word shop and the number 1, shop and then the number 2. You hit the little arrow button, no spaces between. It will generate a link that's going to give you access to the product. Okay. Of course, Sully's here sharing ins and outs. Sully, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you and I can see you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. We are super excited to have you today. I know we've had you another time. This is my first time with you, though.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about, and everybody else out there watching, how is it that you came up with the MontKush? What is it that got you involved in kind of the
So,
arena?
my true north on how I came up with this amazing product and brand and wellness regimen is this. I don't know if you can see this little piece of paper here, but that's I'll put it in front of my face. That's my little girl, Devon, right there. And she is now 15, but she was 7 in this picture. When she was 7, she has a rare genetic disorder. So she has acute special needs. She developed a seizure disorder when she was 7, and she was on a big pharma medication that she had a terrible reaction to. And her mom suggested that we try CBD. And at the time, it was 2018. There wasn't a lot of brands around. I was very, very hesitant to jump into the space because I didn't want my little 7-year-old girl to be stoned. I was thinking she might be, she's going to get high. Anyway, I decided to do some research, and I felt there was a lack of what I would consider brands that I could trust, because it's a relatively new space. So I took it upon myself, after seeing some positive results with CBD, to buy a farm up in the Green Mountain state of Vermont, proceed to get a USDA certified organic certification. And my mission was to make the very best CBD in the world. And I honestly can sit here today and say that we did it and we've done it. The little tinctures I have here, all the CBD inside them all comes from our farm up in Vermont, inspired by my little girl. We use a method to extract our CBD called we use a press. So we just use a little bit of heat and pressure, and we squeeze the flower, and we get this beautiful rosin that comes out. And that rosin's got all of the cannabinoids, all the flavonoids, all the terpenes, all the goodness. It's from the hemp plant, and it's in these oils. My quest, if you will, was to make it pure, was to make it full spectrum, was to make it organic, and make sure that if you decide to try CBD, you're getting the very, very best.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what can people expect? We're going to kick it off with the first auction, which is Shop One. For those of you interested, we have the 1,000 milligram CBD rosin tinctures. We're going to do two different flavors, if I'm not mistaken. Flavor, and we also have the mint flavor. Both of these are going to be priced the same. With the discount today, keep in as usual, you're going to get the discount. So we are at $59.99 regular price. Since you're watching the live stream today, you get the 25% discount. Each of these tinctures are going to be $44.99. Now we are doing a mint and a natural. For me, Sully, I absolutely, excuse me, love peppermint. And so I'm assuming that one is more natural, so you can put it into maybe some liquid. Could you drink it, or is it right on the tongue? Tell us a little bit about.
So the tincture here. Firstly, let me tell you the price of this. We've sold this for years and years and years for double this price. There's CBD, and then there's MontKush. There's extraordinary and there's ordinary, right? And it's a little extra that makes the difference. This is the little extra. It's you take one pipette, okay, unscrew the lid just like you obviously would, and then you give it a squeeze, and the pipette will be here. One whole. I use a whole pipette of this underneath the tongue for 30 seconds. The reason we have two flavors is because our natural flavor, because with our extraction method, you can taste the hemp in this. It's what I would call hempy, and it's not for everybody. So we also have the mint flavor, which kind of it overrides. It's a natural organic mint flavoring. It overrides the hemp flavor. I like the hemp flavor because I know that I'm taking it. It's sort of when I take it, I can taste it, and I feel like I'm getting all the goodness from the plant.
Sure.
One tincture of this underneath the tongue. I'm going to tell you right now, I lost my house to Hurricane Helene 18 months ago, and I've been moving back in this week, and I've been living on our CBD 3 or 4 times a day. I've been taking the gummies and I've been taking the tinctures, and for me, it calms me down. It just helps me process, and I find for me it helps regulate me. I don't get as reactive. I find myself able to just go through the day with just a little bit more serenity. This is what I developed for my daughter: relaxation, anxiety, calm, serenity are words that I would use of a feeling a sensation that you get when you use our CBD. Now, this is powerful, it is strong, it is natural, it comes right off the farm. Okay. We
Mhm.
use a press, so we maintain everything. The integrity of the hemp plant is maintained in this little tiny bottle. I recommend dosing up. If I'm 200 pounds, I'm 6'3", I'm a big guy. I don't have a problem doing a whole pipette. If you're 100 pounds and you've never tried this before, use half. See how you feel. I do want to say this much: you won't get high. It doesn't have what, and some people, if you're new to this, THC is actually what makes you high. This is very, very trace amounts of THC, but it works in concert with all the cannabinoids in your endocannabinoid system to relax, to rejuvenate, to revive, to calm, to center, to experience serenity. And I also will say that there are a number of people buy this tincture for help with pain and inflammation. So
Mm,
that's the second. So if you're in pain and you have inflammation, and it helps with pain and inflammation, and all of a sudden you'll take this and like I can feel my stress level is elevated. I'm moving back into my house.
right.
I've got contractors everywhere. It's total chaos. All of a sudden, I'm just able to cope without losing my, you know what, because this just helps me calm. So stay calm.
Yeah, and I love that. There's so many of us that are looking to find something that's going to help with being able to kind of get through the day to day. You know, nowadays with all the different stresses, and not that there hasn't been that kind of stress in the past, but politics and experiences and family life and children. There's so many things that kind of, come into our lives where we feel stressed and overwhelmed. And I feel like CBD has been something that a lot of people have looked to get their hands on, if at all possible. So if you're experiencing any kind of, stress, I would suggest trying it out. I know a lot of people, to your point, are people able to actually put this into a liquid, or is it something that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Put it into a smoothie. Put it into your morning coffee if you like. It seems a bit of a misnomer to put caffeine with CBD, but people do it.
Mhm.
You can absolutely put it in with a smoothie. I personally like to put it under the tongue and take it the old-fashioned way. That's the way, sublingually, underneath the tongue. The body absorbs it very quickly. I feel like you get the shot of CBD, if you will, quickly, and it's not watered down in a smoothie that goes through the GI tract. It's actually going into your bloodstream underneath your tongue. So that to me is that's the way to do it. But there's no harm in just putting this in a smoothie if you don't like the taste of it, or even in your orange juice or in a soda, whatever you're drinking, to a glass of water. Um, I just want to tell you that the only thing that's in these bottles, and it's kind of important, is purity. Is our rosin, our organic rosin that comes out of our 200-ton press, or we squeeze out of the hemp flower on our farm, and organic fractionated coconut oil. This is like, like people talk about, especially now, people talk about all the additives and the chemicals and the preservatives that go in. The same thing happens with CBD. This is as pure as the driven snow. This comes off the farm, it comes down the mountain, it gets dried, it gets trimmed, and then it gets pressed. And when it gets pressed, we have this oil, and I'm not kidding you, it's the most beautiful oil. It looks almost like molasses. It's very sticky, it's very potent, and we dilute it in fractionated organic coconut oil, very easy on the stomach, and then we put a little tiny flavoring in it, and that's all you get. It's like CBD the way that Mother Nature intended it. And this works with your endocannabinoid system. I've actually speak to anyone around me. I've been a sea of serenity this last week. All right.
Ah,
That's actually a bit of a joke, but I've been leaning on. It was funny. I was moving back in, and I found my MontKush stash, my box in my storage unit, and I'm like, okay, this is God speaking to me right now. So I've just been on a regimen of our CBDA gummies actually,
right.
this last couple days, but this is the best. It's organic. It's from Vermont. The price at $44. I mean, hello.
Insane.
Hello, can I say buy two? Yeah, this is a lot of the CBD you get out there is from China, and it comes in from China. You don't know where it's come from. It's not USDA certified organic. It may not even be CBD. You hear all these horror stories of it's one thing to buy a little plastic widget off from one of these online stores, but when you're buying something you put into your body, you need to know where it's come from. And when you buy from us, from MontKush, we have a USDA certified farm. We're a member of the Vermont Organic Farmers. I personally go up and press the flower myself, okay,
Ooh,
with a couple of other people. So when you buy a bottle of our MontKush, I made this with my daughter in mind, and I made it with, if you're sitting at home right now, I'm very passionate about the products that I bring to market. And let's talk about OxyClean, all right? The world's greatest stain remover, okay? It means a lot to me that when you buy something from me, that it works, it delivers, it does what it says it's going to do. OxyClean, I apply the same amount of care and attention to making sure that the end user of this, whether it's whether you're a stressed out mom, whether you're a grandma with some back pain, whether you're a veteran returning from the battlefield and you're dealing with PTSD, and whether you're doing this for your kid, like in my case, who's dealing with severe autism, or you're just a busy executive and you have an amazing experience. So it's made in the USA, grown in the USA, farm to what did we say yesterday? We came up with it. We were in the office yesterday. Farm to. It's more than farm to table. It's farm to body, and it's the real deal.
I love that. We appreciate your passion. I can definitely feel it. We've got a lot of people who are watching right now. Noreen says, I just bought a lot of this stuff. Cannot wait to get it. Love this stuff from one of our viewers who's tuning in. I wanted to ask Sully, so what can you expect? So I want to kind of start from the top, right? So if somebody's experiencing stress or, maybe arthritic pain or whatever it is that they think that they're experiencing that maybe this can help. Do you think they should do it first thing in the morning? How are the doses taken? Is it something you do once, twice, you dose throughout the day to see?
So this is an interesting question, and I can only speak from my own experience and the experience of our own customers because CBD has been banned for years, and hemp has been banned. So it's only since 2019 that it's been reintroduced. What we find is every single person seems to have a unique experience. And one of the girls who helps with our fulfillment here is Gianna, and she's standing off to my right now. And she said something on a call yesterday that everyone seems to have their own experience. I don't know how and I'm just going to sit here and say I'm not a doctor. Okay, I am a farmer, and I did grow this, and it did work for my daughter. But our tinctures and our gummies, they seem to have a way of knowing on an individual basis how to react with the individual who's taking it to solve the problem that they have. And this sounds like almost too much, right? But there are people we've had with arthritic pain, and whenever they need to take it, they take it and let MontKush do its thing. I would say the same thing for people suffering with anxiety, the same people suffering with sleep disorders, is when you feel like, you know what, I need to take my ibuprofen. I have a headache. That is when you take MontKush. When you feel I'm not going to sit here and say exactly when to take it. This is an individual basis. This plant is incredible. What this plant is been able to do for people, and you can go on our website and read the reviews. We've had people with back pain, knee pain, hip pain, severe anxiety. We've had moms of kids with autism who haven't even spoken. All of a sudden, they've been able to speak
Amazing.
properly and string a sentence together. My little girl has when she's having a seizures, it goes in has extreme anxiety, and she doesn't speak. Right, she's not able to tell me, and I can just say, hey, do you want your MontKush? Do you want your medicine? Yes, please. Yes, Papa. She'll say, yes, Papa. And I'll put it underneath her tongue and I just let it do its thing. It's a natural way to combat some of the ailments they've been bothering people for years. So I love to hear from our customers. We have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you try this and you buy it and it doesn't work for you, we're happy to refund you. Our returns are so low. It's insane, and we really do care about the experience. And I would say different strokes for different folks. It depends the intensity level of your pain and the
Sure.
type of relief when you take it. Right now, I would say yesterday, our CBDA gummies. I took four of them,
Okay.
and I took about every 3 to 4 hours, and that's quite a lot. But I love the way I was just able to cruise through my day yesterday, and I slept like a baby last night, and I feel amazing today. I only took one this morning. I need
Your
to
own one.
up my dose a little bit.
Well, I will say this. I know a lot of people are wondering. So is the tincture, is the rosin that you're talking about, is that something that would keep them up? And should they take it throughout the day and maybe reserve the gummies for later, for the
No,
evening? Like,
no. I've had very, very few people have ever had any issues sleeping. This, if anything, this helps you get into circadian rhythm.
okay,
Um, there's no what I would say buzz from this. I would say it's more of like a stabilizer where things like just feel a little bit easier, and when the time comes to close your eyes and go to sleep, um, so it doesn't kind of it doesn't lift you to a state when you won't be able to sleep. But I will say, I think because it does relax you, it actually makes falling to sleep a little bit easier. But it won't get to the point where you take it and you pass out. That's not going to happen. Which with some strong THC products that happens. You know, you take a THC gummy, you're not getting off the couch for 4 hours. That is not going to happen with our product.
Right. So pure, natural, organic. I am noticing too that we have three listed here at 1,000 milligrams, and then the
Yeah,
four that's listed at 500 milligrams. So the
yeah,
potency is a little bit different between
yeah.
the first versus that fourth one. Is that right?
Yeah, double the thousand is the 500. I don't know the price you have on the screen right now. I'm not wearing my glasses, but I'm sure you'll be able to tell me that the 500 is a little less expensive. It's entry level. Um, Still extremely potent. The thousand and I will say this: you will see some of these CBD companies. They're doing 3,000 and 5,000 milligrams. The reason they're doing these 3,000, 5,000 milligrams because what they have is garbage. So
Mm,
they have to like load up with these giant doses. What we have is top shelf. We don't need a little of our MontKush goes a long way. So when you see these like giant like dosages, it's because it's like the worst quality CBD on planet Earth. I wouldn't put it in my body if my life depended on it. With MontKush, our farm is 116 acres. We own the farm. We planted over 200,000 plants over the 6, 7 years we've been in business. We do it ourselves. I drive the tractor. We bring the plants down. I talk to the plants. You might think I'm a little bit crazy. I squeeze them. I shed a tear sometimes at the end of harvest because we grow these beautiful plants and then we have to like kill them all and it just feels horrible. But I know they're making medicine. Um, and we don't use any chemicals. We don't use any ethanol. We don't use any artificial fertilizers. We don't use any weed killer. We are old school.
real-
And that is why we're actually normally a little bit more expensive because you got to pay for quality, right? This is
right.
quality. Um, and I'm not embarrassed to say it. Most of the CBD you get out there, I'm going to tell you, is absolute. Can I say crap on Instagram? I can. I just did. It is crap. Um,
Back.
MontKush is like if there was like a wine tasting competition or a cheese tasting competition, they had a CBD like competition, we would win it. There's no one out there who is even close to us. We are the best. And I may sound arrogant, but I challenge any other CBD company in the world to come even close to what we produce. We have a press. We use it or everything we do is like it's a touch, but it's done with love and it's done without any chemicals and without and it's because my daughter was our true north on this, and I wanted to do something. I didn't want to do something good. I wanted to do something great, and that's what we have here,
That's amazing.
right, Daniel?
Those, those I know everybody's like, yes. Those of you
Everyone's
that
agreeing with me here. Everyone's nodding.
have one, are
Right,
we
Josh, you agree? Yeah, Josh agrees. Come in the shop. Come and say hello. Come and say hello to everyone. And this is my awesome team right here because it
Alex?
isn't just me. All right,
I,
it takes a village. Okay, here's Gianna, this is Daniel, and this is Josh. This is like they're all laughing in the background as we're talking about this, but what we've got is next level here.
Yeah, yeah, we're excited to have you for sure. I know we vetted, you, Sully, over the years. I know we have a team of people who try and have tried MontKush and absolutely love it. Everybody's raving about this. I know they've got me like a little packet of some that I'll be taking home tonight. I personally love the idea of tinctures, but I'm all about that gummy life. So I just wanted to make everybody aware. Shop one and shop two if you're interested in getting the 1,000 milligram CBD, the rosin. Those are going to be the $44.99 items. It looks as though we have some discounts if you subscribe. So if you're interested in picking up more than one or just having a consistent subscription, we're going to go ahead and discount that on top of the already crazy low price. And I know, so when we discussed this, Sully, how crazy was it to hear that we'd be discounting it the way that we do? Because I know a lot of our guests that team up with us here at Shop LC, I mean, we're trying to purchase and bring to the market as much as possible and kind of expose more people to this natural, THC that's been a game changer for a lot of people. So if they're shopping elsewhere, the partnership with Shop LC has given us an opportunity to really provide this stuff at a much lower price point. The cost is
But I got to tell you right now, we're living in probably, I think, and I'm 57 years old. Where we're living right now, this moment in time, is everything is insane. Gas is insane. Hotel rooms are insane. Flights are insane. Groceries are off the chain. So I understand when people are looking at a little tiny bottle, this has got to work for me. I have to get a price on this. So the price that you guys are offering is really, really something else. And it's a testament to the low prices that you guys are doing. And if I'm going to make a decision to spend $44 on a little tiny bottle, I want it to work. But I will tell you right now that if you make the decision today to buy this, you're getting the best. It's USDA certified organic. The price is unbelievable. Shop LC. If you've been watching television for years, you know me from OxyClean and all the cleaning products I've done, and you know how passionate I am about the products I bring to market. I did this for my little girl. This is a treat to have at home. This is also an alternative to Big Pharma. Um, I have been unable to tell this story and shout this story from the rooftops for multiple reasons because Big Pharma has just tried to shut us down. We can't advertise on social media. We can't go on television because the Big Pharma, the people who make aspirin and the people who make ibuprofen and the people who make all these pain pills and they don't want the world to know about this incredible oil that comes out of the ground, that comes out of a hemp plant. So we get the door slammed in our faces all the time. So to me, it's a privilege to be able to be here talking to you on Shop LC and tell our story about how this helps with anxiety, how this helps with pain and inflammation, how this can help with sleep, how this can help calm you down. It can help veterans, and it's done naturally. And the oil that flows out of these beautiful hemp
for.
plants that we squeeze out in the Green Mountain State of Vermont around September time, in this little bottle for $44 and change. Give it a try. Give it a try. 30 days. If you don't like it, send the empty bottle back. I don't want you to do that, but you can if you want. This is it. It's a little miracle in a bottle. It helped my little girl. It's helped me. It's helped. We've got tens of thousands of reviews, and I think we're at 4.8 stars or something, or with 5-star review after 5-star review. You always get a 1 star for every now and then. Someone is upset with everything. We don't worry about them, but the reviews we get from customers with better sleep, better, and especially with, like you said, the politics. There's a war in Iran, oil prices, gas prices, the election, social media. We've never been more stressed, I don't think. It's a very stressful time to be alive right now, and this helps, gives you some relief.
Right. And if you're looking to experience that type of relief, I would suggest that you try it out. When Sully says you have that money back guarantee, we back as well here at Shop LC. There is a budget payment option I wanted to point out as well, Sully, so people can make payments on a $44.99 bottle. It's $13.75 today. All you have to do in the comments section is, no, I know, it's like, what else?
$13.
Shop one and shop two. Shop one is going to be for the mint flavor, which I absolutely love. The minute I took the top off the tincture, Sully, I kid you not, that peppermint just took over. I'm a huge fan of peppermint on so many levels. So when I saw that you had this, I fell in love. I'm looking forward to using this. But also for those of you that don't necessarily like a lot of flavor, you want something natural, something neutral, go with shop two. These two tinctures are going to be the highest potency. If I'm not mistaken, right? The 1,000 milligram is the highest potency.
Yeah, the 1,000 is the highest potency, and I will say, don't be distracted if you're going online and you're seeing 2,000, 3,000 milligram. It's a salesman story. The
Mm,
reason we're at 1,000 is because honestly, this is 1,000 of top quality milligrams. It's like when you see those, it's not even like 9 karat gold, right? It's like the gold that's like plated and it's like garbage metal underneath it. This is pure gold right here. It's 24 karat, 1,000 milligrams of quality, USDA certified organic. And the price, if you can get this home for $13, this to me is a no-brainer. Like,
absolutely.
try it, get it home on the payment plan, get this for $13 and give it a try. We've got stressed out moms, we've got busy executives, we've got my mom is 81 years old and she suffers from peripheral neuropathy. She loves this. I have had a very challenging couple of years when we lost the house to the hurricanes down here. My stress level has been off the chain. I love the fact that I call it my homeostasis. I can get to my baseline, right? And I don't have to take antidepressants. I don't have to take prescription medication. I'm not pounding ibuprofen, which is terrible for my liver. I'm not taking prescription sleep medication, which can give me early onset dementia. I'm not subscribing to big pharma that are giving me drugs that are going to kill me. They're going to get me addicted and they're going to kill me and they're not good for me. I can turn to Mother Nature, my own farm, and I can put this in my body. I can give this to my daughter, my family members, my friends, our customers, and it's Mother Nature. It's off the farm. These hemp plants grow in 90 days. We plant them in April, May. We'll be, if we're going to go in the ground this year, we'll grow a little bit, and then we squeeze the oil out in about mid-October, and it's just a beautiful. It's a romantic thing to do to be involved in this from seed all the way to harvest, and then sitting on live television presenting this ensemble of amazing products from Mother Nature to you and to our customers for $13 and change. Wow. I mean, who knew?
I couldn't agree with you more. And at the end of the day, Sully, for me, it delivers results, right? All that work that you and your team are putting in behind the scenes, the story of how it all started. I think a lot of people that story resonates with a lot of people. People can relate to, having family members that are feeling ill, having family members that are taking antidepressants, having just anxiety naturally. And
Look, I mean, I'll tell you the story. My daughter was 7 at the time, and she was put on a big pharma anti-seizure medication that did work, but the side effects were so bad. She was falling asleep in class. She lost 20% of her body weight, and her personality just vanished. And so I was left with, okay, am I going to continue down the big pharma road or am I going to try a natural alternative? And I didn't just try a natural alternative. I went all in and I left my kind of relative comfort of OxyClean world here in Florida and went and bought a farm and lived in an Airstream for 2 years while we figured out how to make this incredible oil and the rest of the lineup that we have. But I did it all because I knew my little girl was suffering and I didn't want her to be on some big pharma drug that wasn't working for her. And we were able to use that. And what's happened is this journey has zigged and zagged
Mhm.
so many times. I didn't know that we would be helping people with pain, with back pain. I didn't know that we'd have veterans returning from combat who are really struggling with sleep and anxiety and PTSD, that they would be calling us and giving us testimonials. We have parents of kids with autism who are just like, oh my God, this is my son. This all of a sudden I feel like I've got my son back. The amount of people that we've helped, I started off trying to help my daughter and ended up helping tens of thousands of people with different ailments. And I never cease to be amazed. And I just listen to our customers. I love reading our reviews. I love coming into the office and hear Gianna on the phone and she'll be talking to a customer and they'll be asking questions. And even when you call our office, you don't get a chat bot. You won't get your call is very important to us while you're put on hold for 20 minutes. You get a human being, pick up the phone and we'll make it right. We want everyone to have a great experience. So it's in this world where everything is so automated, right? And you can't talk to anyone. MontKush is about having a great experience, helping with pain, helping with anxiety, helping with relaxation, and doing it naturally and doing it affordably.
And there it is. There it is. If you're interested, don't forget we've got Sully from MontKush sharing his story on how all of this got started, just getting involved in the CBD business. The story that you share is so just personal, and we appreciate you sharing that with us because, again,
Thank you.
makes a difference. I think as people listen to you, I can think of at least a handful of people in my family that are probably like, you know what, I'm in. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? I tried this out for $4 and it works. So,
I've got some funny stories. I mean, I'm good friends with, this is a bit out there, but I'm good friends with one of the best big wave surfers in the world. His name's Andrew Cotton.
mhm.
And when I started the company, Andrew is a good friend of mine, and I he broke his back surfing this giant wave in Portugal at Nazaré, and I thought, well, here's a guy, that's a friend of mine. He's a big wave surfer. He's got a big following. He's on a TV show called 100 Foot Wave. So I send him some of our CBD. He loves it. He loves it, and he has given it to people in his circle, and most of them are in Europe. And unfortunately, we can't sell in Europe because of rules and regulations, because we continually get shut down all the time by big government and big pharma, always trying to shut us down. They don't want us to tell our story.
Right.
But the amount of people that the ecosystem that he's in, and they absolutely love MontKush. And this is professional athletes who turn to us for help with they're doing a lot of pain management and help with inflammation and help with muscle aches and spasms and bad shoulders and bad hips and bad knees and inflammation. They love us. We've got our anxiety crew. It's a big portion of our customers are people struggling with anxiety.
Right.
They love us. So we've
Right.
got these great pools of people that like reach out to us because we're helping them.
Well, we appreciate now as you talk about the body, as you talk about body aches, we are going to move on to shop three. So shop one and two are going to be the 1,000 milligram tincture, the body dose 600 milligram full spectrum CBD. Shop three. Tell us a little bit about that. And I apologize to cut off in the middle of that story, but you were talking about somebody
No,
who injured, a surfer, their body. So I would imagine that this body is something you made for that exact, kind of, I guess, mishap, something that happens to our body. Is
well,
that what you would consider this, or tell us a little bit about?
so the body dose. So I'll be fully transparent. Tell you the story of the body dose. When we started MontKush as a company, I was very focused on making an ingestible product to help my daughter, and that was where we started. That was the mission number one. We
Thank you.
had a small division of the company that was very interested in putting together beauty for beauty and wellness. It was obviously a different road, right? One was an ingestible and one was a topical. This was our first topical. And at the time, it wasn't a priority for me because I was like, we're making an oil for ingestible, but and you can tell that the packaging of this, I think, is top shelf. You can find this in a department store anywhere.
Sure.
The ingredients that are put this is one of the nicest oils that could go on your body that I've ever seen anywhere. And I've had the good fortune to go to amazing spas in different parts of the world, and you walk into these spas and they always smell amazing. The consistency and the aroma and just the way this absorbs into the skin is unbelievable. You mean you've got almond oil? I've got a piece of paper here because I have to remember the ingredients. You've got a combination of
Ooh.
almond oil. You've got mandarin oil. Listen to this. This is just the beginning.
Mm,
Mandarin oil, okay? Coconut oil, olive oil. We've got
oh,
turmeric in here for a little bit of anti-inflammatory. And then we've got our organic CBD full spectrum oil put in here. The
wow.
blend, the balance, the weight. I don't know if that's a word I can say. The weight
Yeah.
of this oil and the way it absorbs into the skin and the fragrance, the aroma. It's almost like a I don't want to use the word perfume, but you just spray a little bit on my wrist right now, and I just
Mm,
put it on my wrist. I mean,
and it,
it's got an aroma that
yes.
if you were in a department store walking through an international airport and someone came up to you, pretty girl, and sprayed this on you, you would think this is a $500 bottle of something from some French manufacturer. This is what Monkush Body does. You can
Woo.
use a little. You can use a little or you can use a lot. You can
Yeah.
bathe your whole body in it. The only thing is, you'll go through a bottle in about a week. It's beautiful. If you've got someone who'll give you a massage, use this as a massage oil. Just use it as a moisturizer for dry skin. You've got the
Yes.
added benefits of CBD in this. This is just a beautiful topical oil that just absorbs beautifully into the skin, helps
Nourish.
relieve dryness, helps relieve itching,
Yes.
again, brings down some inflammation, helps to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It's just a beautiful oil.
It opened up my senses. The minute I went ahead and gave it a little bit of a pump, a little goes a long way. So for those of you, I know you said that if you use it every day, you probably use it up. I feel like a little goes a long way. I gave it 2 squirts, Sully. I was literally able to cover this entire arm. So I love the way it absorbs nicely into the skin. And, instantly for me, very dry skin. I have eczema. I've had dermatitis since I was young. And so these are the types of, natural oils and remedies that I'm always looking for because to your point, so many people have to get prescriptions. Even some of the creams are prescriptions that don't necessarily work, or long term, we don't know what it's going to do to the body internally. So I love the fact that you're using natural remedies here with the CBD. This one's on sale, $54.99. You get a 25% discount. So we're at $41 for the bottle. The bottle is a 4-ounce bottle. And I'm telling you, this type of bottle, we've had some other oils here, Sully, but I love the fact that you incorporated the CBD. I know for a fact, since a little goes a long way, you can probably keep this for about 3 months and get away with using it in on different parts of the body.
I
A
would
lot of
agree.
moisturize the neck area. Many of us like to get, just the shoulders, the hands, all that good stuff.
Décolleté.
And it's not sticky, Sully. It's not
Yeah, it's got
sticky.
a lovely it's got a lovely viscosity is the word I've been looking for. It's got a beautiful, like you put some oils on and they're really oily and you're like, oh, I can't
Mhm.
wait. I got to go wash my hands. The
Yes,
viscosity of this, the weight of it, the way it absorbs, the bioavailability, obviously it's all natural. So
love
that, I think anytime when you're using coconut oil and you're using mandarin oil, body loves it, right? You're not putting
it.
any chemicals onto your skin, and then you're adding in our full spectrum CBD oil right off our farm for anti-inflammatory properties, anti-aging properties. It's just a beautiful natural oil. And it's USDA certified organic. Again, as I'm going through life, I've started to look at labels. I've started to I'm drinking a bottle of water right now that I guarantee you we have to up the water. What is this? Why I can't even believe it without having this in the office. We're an organic farm. They get like this purified water in here. I
Look,
think that the
I've got
organic
water.
nature of the things that we have, like you got to go organic when you can. The
Yeah.
body will thank you for it. You're putting all those chemicals all over yourself. I just think if you can do it organically, it's a way to go. And once again, our prices are, we have USDA certified organic products here for prices I think that are much less than that. So good news for everybody. Good news. I
Absolutely.
love good news.
I always good news, right? Good
You
news is
like good
great.
news? I like good
Affordable.
news. Good news.
The even better news is we're going to get into some of these gummies, and I know that a lot of people have been patiently waiting. If you're interested in the body dose, please make sure you guys are taking advantage. Shop 3. If you have any questions for our personal shopper team, we have our customer care team on standby. Please make sure you give them a call. Apply all the coupons. Everybody getting that 25% discount today. You also have the payment plan available. No qualifying for that. No credit check. As long as you have that first payment, we're going to ship it out. And of course, you're backed by that 30-day money back guarantee. All right, Sully, I'm excited about these gummies. We have two. Okay, so we have gummies that are 25 milligram. You get the 30. And then we also have some of the sleep medication we're going to get into. Let's start with these gummies, 5 milligram. You've got the CBN, you have the CBD, and you have a very small dose of the THC. This is their true sleep formula, wild berry flavor. This is what I'm looking forward to tonight.
Right. My spine is tingling as you mentioned that. As you mentioned that little that the combination of what's in this. I think if I had to if we're not supposed to have no favorite children, right? But I think if I had to pick a favorite child, if there's one product that I think MontKush has absolutely crushed, it's this our sleep formula, our true sleep formula. 5 milligrams of CBN, 25 milligrams of CBD, and 1 milligram of THC. This is a combination that we developed here in house when we found out that in our rosin, okay, which we squeeze out of the flour, we have to send our rosin off to get third party lab tested. When we got the lab test back, this is a few years ago, we started to look at all the cannabinoids that were in our rosin, and one of them that jumped out at us was CBN. And as we started to work with our formulators and work with people in the industry, we discovered and we learned that CBN is a sedative and it can help sleep. So now we get into the will this make you sleepy question. So what we did is we sat down with the best formulators on planet Earth, and we came up with this formula. We have 25 milligrams of CBD. We put 5 milligrams of CBN in here and 1 milligram of THC. These take one of these about 45 minutes to an hour before you go to sleep. Whether you take the gummy or the soft shell, doesn't matter. The formula's the same. I personally like the gummies. I put it under my tongue and I wear Invisalign. So it takes me about a solid 30 minutes for it to dissolve underneath my tongue because I can't bite it. So I put my Invisalign in and then I suck on one of these before I go to sleep. It's the best sleep formula there is. And I've tried everything. I'm a black belt I don't think there's anything that I haven't tried to sleep. I've had Ambien, I've tried Zolpidem. This is me, full disclosure right now. I've
Uh-huh.
I've tried the couple glasses of wine technique. I've tried allergy medication. I've taken green cough syrup to help me sleep. The pink I don't like to say the name of the brand, but I've let's get the dog organized in here, guys, if you can. And a lot of the sleep medications that you take are very addictive. This is all natural, and get ready for 6 to 8 hours of REM sleep. This, if
That's
you're wearing a Whoop, if you're wearing a Whoop or a Aura Ring or an Apple Watch, or you do your sleep score. I don't know if you do your sleep score. I don't do it anymore because I sleep so well. Um, this will get your sleep score up to where you need it to be. It's non-habit forming. It's natural. You're going to get into the rapid eye movement, deep sleep. You don't want shallow sleep, and you don't want you deep. You want REM sleep is what we're after. This will help get you into REM sleep. It is it, and to, the reason I love this so much is because for me, if I don't sleep well, I am cranky. Like
mm,
I am a miserable person to be around because I'm just tired, I'm irritable, I don't have a positive outlook. But when I'm rested and I've slept, I can take the world on. It's better for me, it's better for everyone I come into contact with. It helps my longevity, it helps my attitude in life, my ability to go out there and crush. All depends on what kind of a good night's sleep I had. I slept about 8 hours last night, solid out, which is why I'm in such a
wow.
great mood today. And a lot of that is due to this. This is an amazing, amazing formula. If you're struggling with sleep, this is the answer.
Yes, we're excited. Sully, you got me pumped up. I'm like, I want to go to sleep right after the show.
Mic
I'm
drop.
ready.
And then we also have the
So,
soft gels too.
okay, so if you're not
Oh, did I say soft gels? Yeah, we've got the soft gels as well. So
so that's right.
some people don't like the gummies for whatever reason. If you want the soft gel, same formula, different delivery form. So whether you get the gummy or the soft gel, all I'm going to tell you is right now, I don't care if you live in New England, if you're down in Austin, Texas, if
Mhm.
you're up in Vancouver, Washington State. There is a
Yeah,
Vancouver in Washington State, just in case you didn't
yeah,
know that. San Diego, Arizona, Denver. This is the sleep formula. We'll go toe to toe with any prescription or non-prescription sleep formula. If you're struggling with sleep and you want a good night's sleep, forget melatonin, forget magnesium glycinate. In fact, maybe you could take magnesium glycinate with this. Melatonin gives you bad dreams. It's a nightmare if you take melatonin. This is wake up feeling rested, wake up feeling revived, wake up feeling rejuvenated, and do it all naturally. Naturally, you'll love it and you'll
yeah.
thank me for it.
We are excited. So shop 4 and shop 5. Okay. So shop 4 is going to be the gummies. If you're interested, put in the comments section shop 4 if you want to try the gummies out. Shop 5 is going to be the soft gel. So it's the exact same formula. It's just a different way of taking it. If you're not interested in taking a gummy at night, then pop the soft gel. It dissolves quickly. You're going to get the same effect. Okay. In the gummies, you get, let me see here, 30 gummies. So it's a 30-day supply in the gummies. With the soft gels, you get the same amount. So it's 30 day, either way you go. And now we're going to go ahead and move on real quick. We're pressed for time here. Every time I have a special guest that's, we're like getting into it.
Shop 6.
Shop 6.
I just think it's great that you call me a special guest and not just a
You
guest. I'm a special guest.
are our special guest, Sully. Are you kidding
Thank
me?
you.
the story that you shared behind why you got started in this business, I think means the world to a lot of people. I mean, when you're able to really bring something to the market, to the people that is going to make a difference in their lives, and you've seen it make a difference in your daughter's life, that really makes a big difference. I know you put a lot of time, whole effort into that, and people really appreciate that. So if nobody's told you today that we appreciate it, I'm looking forward to taking my gummies tonight, and I appreciate you being here today sharing this.
I want you to post on our social media page
Yeah.
how many hours sleep you got and what your sleep score was when you tried these True Sleep soft gels or the True Sleep. Okay, get ready for to you break your Apple Watch. Okay, your Apple Watch is going to be like it's going to start smoking because it won't understand why you slept so well. It'll be like, what did you do tonight? And it'll be these help you sleep. This is the sleep product, the pièce de resistance, top of the line. If you're struggling with sleep, and let me tell you, a lot of people are taking prescription sleep medication. It doesn't give you good quality sleep. It knocks you out. Okay, you don't get great quality sleep, which is why your sleep score won't go up. And some of those medications will lead to early onset dementia. You'll be doing laps around the housing estate when you're 65 years old, wondering what's going on with dementia. If you keep taking those prescription drugs, do it the natural way. Okay, you won't be putting a potato in your eye. Okay, all right, when you don't know which, okay, this is a natural way to get to sleep.
And how about this one here? We have two that are left. We're going to introduce here before we wrap up the show. We have the MontKush. This is going to be the sleep cream. And then we also have the full spectrum 10 milligram gummy. So the gummy that we introduced is a 25 milligram with the soft gel. We also have a smaller dose of that gummy that's going to be coming up, but we're going to do full spectrum. Tell us a little bit about this. This lavender, magnesium. You have the chamomile. This is natural sleep aid that you put on the skin. Is that what you actually do here?
Look, this is okay. I'm going to be honest here because that's all I can be. Is these are the most important, okay? What we just talked about, the soft gels or the soft gels or the gummies. But if you've got a couple extra dollars to spend and you want to have the full experience, you're tackling it from the inside with the gummies or the soft gels, and then you're also tackling it from the outside. So it's double trouble for a good night's sleep. Or I should say double trouble for a bad night's sleep. You've got magnesium and lavender here, right? Lavender is just a calming smell. And
Right.
it's gonna I like the smell of lavender. This smells great. I think I can relax here. This is a safe space. Then you add in magnesium in here, magnesium and magnesium glycinate, whether you put them on topically or you take it ingestably, helps calm the nervous system. Okay. That's a known fact in its natural way. And you add some CBD on this, a couple of drops on your temples underneath the mustache area.
Mhm.
um, you can put it on your decollete. You can put it on your wrists. If you some people side sleepers and they'll put their hand on the pillow, so you've got this nice moisturizing cream with these properties in it that help promote a great night's sleep. Take this in combination with the True Sleep soft gels or the gummies, and now we're setting world records for sleep.
There you go. There you go. The price on this one originally $54.99 on our website because you're catching the show with Sully and I today. You're going to get the 25% discount. This is $41 and some change approximately. With the budget payment option, you're paying about $13 and some change. Any questions about price points? All you have to do is dial the number I'm going to put on screen here as I wrap it up with Sully. Our personal is available to answer any questions. Noreen, one of our shoppers, Sully says, work from the first time you try it.
What's up, Maureen? I just put some of our sleep cream on. If I pass out in a minute, all right, I'm sorry.
All of a sudden, we're
Smells so good. It
smells.
smells so good.
And with the mixture, let me tell you something. With the mixture of the body dose, because of like that mandarin and lavender, I kid you not, you're gonna be just all day sniffing on just catching a whiff of
Yeah.
beautiful aroma that's on
Look,
that.
me at the end of the day, there's a couple things this will make you laugh. I decided to not look at my phone after like 8 o'clock anymore. I just turn it off and I got a puzzle, okay, on my dining room table, and I sit and I do a puzzle for an hour to calm myself down, just to relieve myself, not relieve myself, just to get rid of the stress from the day. But I feel like these, if the MontKush provides a natural remedy for a great night's sleep, give it a try. It's better than the pharmaceuticals. It all comes up our farm. And it's all designed to work in concert. So whether you're tackling stress, you're tackling anxiety, pain and inflammation, or sleep, which is I think sleep is the most important thing for me. If I'm rested and I've slept well, I'm ready to tackle the day.
Yep. 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 I couldn't agree with you more. I think that's what a lot of people are most excited about. I can't speak for everybody, but I will say as we wrap up the show, we're going to wrap it up with your 10 milligram CBD gummies. I love the flavor. I know that the others, the higher dose, the 25 milligram is a wild berry. This one is going to be like a mixture of different berry flavors. I think, would you say that if somebody's just trying this out for the very first time, maybe this a 10 milligram dose would be a nice way to get started?
100%. This is obviously the oil was our first product, and then who doesn't love a gummy? Everybody loves a gummy. So it took us a while to formulate a gummy that we felt was quality, that had a right amount of CBD and had great flavors. We got 4 flavors here. We've got the watermelon, we've got the lime, we've got the lemon, and we've got the mandarin. Um, this is a great way to experience MontKush CBD very easily in a very tasty way. Do remember these are not candy. So, that you can treat them like candy. You can eat the whole, just take one. They're 10 milligrams. They're kind of low dose, maybe one or two, and give it about 20, 30 minutes and let the MontKush CBD go to work with your endocannabinoid system. And these are great to help with anxiety, to help with stress, to help with pain and inflammation, arthritic pain, elbow pain, back pain, and just overall reducing the kind of helping calm the nervous system down to a point. I have to be careful when I'm doing these hour-long shows, like how much CBD I take, because then I'm really calm at the end of the show.
I
But
was good.
yeah, these are really good.
I saw you do a couple tinctures. I saw you pop
Yeah,
some like by the end here.
it's
No, we
enough. That's enough.
we really appreciate you hanging out with us today. This kind of grand finale, lower dose, if you will, 10 milligram, is actually going to be $29.99, which is a deal. If you go out there, guess how many gummies you get? You get 50 gummies in this package. So this is more gummy, for the money, I would say. I mean, we're talking.
Yeah, it's basically 500 milligrams of CBD in here. But like I said, the 500 milligrams of MontKush CBD, the way that we extract it, the by using the press is much like the efficacy of what we have is so superior to everything else out there because it all comes from rosin. It all comes off our organic farm. You know the source of the plants that you're putting into your body, and there's so many bad actors in this space, and you have to buy it at a gas station, you have to buy it at a smoke shop, and you have to buy it from some sketchy company that's got a celebrity attached to it from your social media feed where the celebrity attached to it probably isn't even attached to it, and they're in some litigation or something. When you buy from MontKush, it's traced. The chain of custody of the product, we control it all the way down the chain till it gets to you at home. So you're getting the best USDA certified organic. It's got my seal of approval. I'm so grateful for Shop LC, for your buyers, for coming to us and working with us so we can we can tell our story and get this amazing medicine into people's hands.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by today. We appreciate you telling the story. I know a lot of people are looking forward to using the Monk Kush, the CBD oil, the CBD creams, the gummies, all that good stuff. We even have soft gels. If you missed out on any part of the show, make sure you go to shoplc.com, hit that live streaming tab. You can go back and watch and see what you can get. Any last words, Sully? Wrapping it up, it's top of the hour. We're looking forward to having you back here. But any last words? Please say hello and thank you for your
I,
time.
I would I would say that I would say you do have a choice with CBD, and CBD it's got a bad rap. And one of the reasons it's got a bad rap, a lot of people got into it. There was a lot of bad actors, and a lot of people like just put labels on all kinds of bottles and made all kinds of claims that they couldn't substantiate. We have been in the space since 2018, which is eight years now, 2026. So we've been doing this for 8 years. We don't have a giant product line. We have a small product line. We're a small company, and we care. We take care of our customers. We want everyone, our users, our customers, to have an amazing experience. So, I know sometimes when you fly on a plane, right, they say, we know you have a choice in airlines and we thank you for flying whatever airline. I know that you have a choice in CBD. I know that you can go and buy something maybe for less money with a higher dosage. My message to you at home is try us before you do that. Our prices are right, our dosages are right. We're USDA certified organic. I stand personally behind every single shipment that goes out. The true north on this was my daughter. We're made in the USA. We're a small company. We're very, very proud of what we do, and we care about our customer. We care. And we work hard, and we want you, whether it's sleep, whether it's anxiety, whether it's stress, pain, we want to be a part of your health regimen that works and you feel good about and you tell your friends about, and you tell, that I think is my dream, is when someone says, you know what, I tried your product, I loved it, I told my friend about it and they tried it. Word of mouth. Word of mouth is what we're interested in, and so thank you, and I'm just filled with gratitude. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sully. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're buying it. The MontKush product is 5-star rated. That's why we had him here. It has been such a pleasure hanging out with you today. We look forward to having you back here. Tell your team and the crew.
We got part two coming up.
Part two coming up. I will have a part two coming up, but tell your team and the crew, thank you so much for taking the
I
time.
will. Thanks, Emmett. Awesome. Anytime. All right.
Bye. We'll be right back.
Cheers.